Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ronan Vico. In this video, you're going to learn how to hide or unhide a list in SharePoint with just one click. For example, here I have this website. I'm going to copy this link of this SharePoint site and I'm going to paste it in that automated cloud flow. I will select to hide the list and disable the search. So all the lists on my SharePoint going to be hide, and also all the lists will be disabled to be found on the search on your SharePoint. When I run it, after the flow runs, I can refresh my website here with a refresh and we can see that all the lists and libraries, everything is hide. So you're going to learn how to use it, how it works, and also you can customize this flow right here to just hide a specific list or some specific lists. Okay, let's take a look here on the edit. This automated cloud flow, it's pretty simple actually. We're going to see that we have three parameters that we saw before. We have a site address, hide list, and disable search. After that, I am getting all the lists with an HTTP request on SharePoint using the method get on all the lists that will show us all available lists on this SharePoint. So here is the part that you can customize, because what I am doing here is to basically loop all the sites. So I am getting all the sites through HTTP request, right? And after that, I am looping each one of them without any condition. So you can make a condition here, right? For example, I can let me run it again and unhide all the lists so we can see the lists, right? Because all of them is hide. Take a look here, I'm refreshing. So I can create a customized condition. I can create, for example, just hide if the list starts with TB underscore. It's a way of customizing it to just hide or unhide and specifically lists that I want. So you can do it on your flow. In my flow here that I'm going to leave down below here so you can use it, I am looping each one of them, all of them, and after I start the loop, I am just printing the item here, printing the title here, and calling an HTTP request again that post an update to this list. So being pretty simple here, I'm getting the list and doing an HTTP request to change to update properties at this list. Basically it's two steps, but this flow do it for all the lists. So we are looping each one of them and calling this hide/unhide the list. And here what we are doing is sending this HTTP to this site address with a method post in this URI API web list get by title. And after that, we are sending the headers to merge. Why merge? Because we are updating. That's why I merge here. And in this merge, in this update, we are changing these two properties, the hidden and no crawl. The hidden is obvious to hide the list. The no crawl is to not be found on the search. So you can do more updates here if you want, but this flow is just to hide or unhide your SharePoint list. Okay, so you can create a condition like I said here to check if the name starts with TB, or anyway, do whatever you want. In the last step, I just inserted a compose here to run after this is failed. Why you are doing that? Why I just create this catch block? It's basically a catch block because sometimes in some lists, if we see here on the execution, we're going to see that in some lists it's not possible to change this property. For example, the first one here, it's not possible because it's the title data. So this app data cannot be changed. In this case, will return an error. Two ways of fixing it: creating a catch block like we did here, or using condition like I said before. You can use a condition and just check if the title starts with TB underscore, for example, right? So both of them going to work for you. In my case, I want to hide and unhide in a simple way in any SharePoint site. So I just create here a catch block. What this catch block does? Nothing. It's just a catch block that runs after hide or unhide has failed. If it has failed, I will print something and the flows just finish. No worries here. Finish this video, we have something really important to understand. Hiding a SharePoint list don't mean that it's impossible to find and see the data. Let me be more specifically here. When we hide a list, so let's do it again, okay? Let's run it again. In this SharePoint hide and disable search, what happens here, it's the user of your app, of your automated cloud flow, won't be able to find this list on SharePoint. That's pretty good, right? Because if he is a normal user, not a developer, he won't be able to find that list. But if he knows the directly address to this list, he will be able to see the list. What you are saying, Rona, I do not understand. At the loop, we can see each item that we are looping, right? And here we have the TB list. If I see the first compose, that is the item of the loop, we're going to see all the data about this SharePoint list. And also we have the exactly title of this SharePoint list, right? Because it's with the title that we change the properties. In this list specifically here, it's the TB list. So I can access this list using the URL. If I go here directly on the URL and just try to access the directly URL, and of course, if I have access to this SharePoint list, I will be able to access and see the data. Really important to change security levels if you want to change how the user can access it. What we are doing with this flow is just to hide, to make it more safe for us. Because if it's a normal user, being honest, he won't know that your Power Apps is accessing this exactly list in this exactly URL, you know? He's just a normal user. He just open the Power Apps and do the stuff that he need to do on the application. So it's a way of hiding to avoid issues in the future. But I will record a new video in the future where we explore more about the list settings and site permissions, where you can make it more safe and secure so the user cannot access something that he doesn't need to access, right? So let's do it in the future. But to know if I need to record this video about security roles, site permission, list permission, I need you to comment down below if you really want this topic. So please leave down below your feedback about this video, and also if you want another video about security roles and etc. Please hit the thumbs up button and share this video so we can grow this channel and bring more people to watch this free content about Power Platform and other technologies. And if you watched this video to the end, comment down below the word pineapple so I will know that you watched the video to the end. Is a way of knowing who watched the video completed and like all the content. And thank you so much for watching. We see you in another video in another class, and please consider to subscribe.